This is Officer Klein of the Los Angeles Police Department with tonight's wanted page. Wanted, William Joseph Abbott. This suspect is wanted by the Los Angeles Police Department for forgery, 3 counts. A felony warrant has been issued and a bail is set at $1,500. He is described as a male Caucasian, 22 years of age, 6 feet 2 inches in height, and weighs 200 pounds. He has brown hair and hazel eyes. William Joseph Abbott passed a series of stolen checks using stolen identification. These checks were all taken in a burglary, and this suspect is a barber by trade and may seek employment in this line. If you have any information regarding William Joseph Abbott, please call Madison 57911 or contact your local police department.
For Los Angeles and vicinity, the weather forecast is for sunny weather today and tomorrow, windy and slightly warmer days, with a high today about 72 degrees.
From midnight till 6 on Radio 93, it's the Jack Wagner Show. KHJ!
And we hear from Billy May and Lorez, Alexandria. Oh, we're doing all kinds of things here. Yeah, that was Billy May from his Pow album, Unforgettable. I was still talking to Sarah Berner on the phone there about 40 yards away. Didn't quite make it. Well, let's make it with Lorez now, shall we?
Love is just around the corner, any cozy little corner. Love is just around the corner when I'm around you. I'm a sentimental mourner, and I couldn't be forlorner when you keep me on a corner just waiting for you. Vida Venus to Milo was noted for her charms. Strictly between us, you're cuter than Venus. And what's more, you've got arms. Let's go cuddle in a corner, in a cozy little corner. Love is just around the corner, and I'm around you. Venus tomorrow was noted for her charm, but strictly between us, you're cuter than Venus. What's more, you've got arms. Let's go cuddle in a corner, in a cozy little corner. Love is just around the corner when I'm around you, and I'm around you, and I'm around you. Spiddle your dee and do out.
Love and Lorez, just around the corner. Oh, this girl sings, I'll tell you. Lorez Alexandria. We're also featuring Billy May. And we have a young lady on the line. You want to put her on, Don? Is it Renette?
Lynette.
Lynette.
Yeah.
Listen, your radio is just a tiny bit too loud. I need to have you turn it down just a little bit, or either that or turn your back on it,
Oh,
and we won't get a feedback.
Okay.
Lynette, what's your last name, Lynette?
Padilla.
How
Padilla.
do you s-
P-A-D-I-L-L-A.
Oh, yeah. What do you do?
I'm a secretary at the Union Bank.
That's good. That's good. You go
Real
to
good.
Do you go to the bank smiling?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. How long you been doing that, Lynette?
Oh, for around 5 months.
And what are you doing up at this late hour?
Watching TV and listening to you.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're watching TV, listening to the radio, and talking on the phone.
Well, see, I have the TV in one room, and I'm in my bedroom. So when anything good goes on in the TV, I run in there.
Oh, I see.
But otherwise, I'm listening to you.
So it's a fight between me and television. How do you like that?
No, not really.
How long you been listening to KHJ here at night?
Oh, since I was little.
Since you were little.
Uh-huh.
How old are you, Lynette?
I'll be 19.
You'll be 19. Well, you don't sound like you're 19. You sound like you're about, 26 or something.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. Where'd you go to school, Lynette?
I went to Washington.
Washington. And what part of L.A. are you calling from? I meant to ask you that.
South.
South part of L.A.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's good. And do you have any comments for our show?
Oh, I think it's wonderful.
Well, that's awfully nice of you to say that, but you must have some criticism.
No, not really. I enjoy the music quite a bit.
Oh, you like the music. How about the
Yes.
talking? Do you like it when I have guests and we talk a lot, or
Yes,
does that...
I enjoy that too.
That's
It adds
good.
a little spice to it.
Good. Well, maybe somebody will drop in on us tonight and we'll talk and have a good time. We don't usually plan on guests. They just kind of come in and... I'll bet Buzzy Green is on his way. He's usually a regular on Saturday nights. You ever hear him?
No.
Oh, he's a lot of fun. He's over at the Mont Vista.
Uh-huh.
That's near Mount Baldy over there, and he's quite a funny man. I do hope he comes by. If he doesn't, it'll be the first Saturday he hasn't.
Oh.
But anyway, it's nice talking to you, Lynette.
Nice talking to you too.
Good. Well, we'll play this next record for you, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Lynette. Is it Padilla?
Yes.
Good. Talk to you later now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. At 1:15, it's time to remind you that this segment of our show brought to you by the Diversified Land Company. And Gene Gerard, owner of this company, asked me to give you this message and ask you how much of California you own. Now, do you have a piece of this wonderful state that you can call your very own? Do you have a a definite part of your savings going toward the purchase of land? Well, listen to me. Diversified Land Company can now sell you parcels of land located only 37 air miles from the center of Los Angeles in the prime locations in Los Angeles County. Now, these are 2.5-acre parcels and up that you buy wholesale. Land you can see for yourself, land you can build on, land you can live on if you like. The very home you're living in today, you know, was once a land development project. Somebody had the foresight to buy it, and eventually your home was built with handsome profits to the owner of the land. So let Diversified send you complete free information on how you can buy 2.5 acres or more of Los Angeles County for only $25 down and $25 a month. And don't forget our special offer from Les Michelson, the general manager of Diversified Land, and that is you can buy 5 acres at a total price of $1,995. $1,995 for a $20 bill down. You got it? $20 down and $20 a month. And all you have to do is find out about it. There's no cost or obligation. Here's a phone number. Call it right now. It's Richmond 99348. Or you can write to me, Jack Wagner, Land Information, KHJ, Hollywood 28. But the best way is to phone Richmond 99348. And just give them your name and address. They'll send you the free maps and information. RI 99348. Operators are on duty and waiting for your call. RI 99348.
I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. They're gonna knock me off my feet. A lot of kisses on the bottom. I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say, I hope you're feeling better. And close with love the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. They're gonna knock me off my feet. A lot of X's on the bottom. I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say I hope you're feeling better. And close with love the way you used to do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe. I'm gonna make believe it came from you.
Oh, the girl swings, Lorez Alexandria. Lorez sings, the band swings. I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter. Better yet, I'll pick up the phone and call Richmond 99348. That's the number to call for the Diversified Land Company. Call right now. Operators are on duty and get free information. RI 99348. This is Billy May. Billy May. And Lorez Alexandria featured for the last few minutes. KHJ Los Angeles with yours truly, Jack Wagner, at 23 after the hour. And this segment of our show brought to you by the Diversified Land Company. And I sincerely urge you to call that number. It's Richmond 99348. RI 99348. They'll give you free information and maps and literature on the Antelope Valley property that we're telling you about that you can get for $20 down and $20 a month. As much as 5 acres for that. $19.95 the total price. $20 bill down and $20 a month. Richmond 99348. So many people's birthdays in October. Isn't that wild? As a matter of fact, last night I went to a birthday party for June and Dave Nelson. They're having birthdays this month, and also it was Maxie Rosenblum's birthday on the 1st. That started kind of things off. And Don Beckstead's birthday, how? 6th? Is your birthday? That's also my sister-in-law's birthday. Roger's wife is on the 6th. And mine was on the 17th. And I have here, apparently it's also an old friend of mine's birthday. It says, sincerest and kindest birthday wishes from a friend and fellow Libran, Nellie Lutcher. She sent a wire, and it got buried somewhere in the front. They locked the front door here, you know, and the telegram man stuck it under the door and finally found it several days later. Nellie Lutcher, what a wonderful gal, a Libran. And I have one of her old albums here that I thought I'd drag out and play for you. So here is Nellie for you now, a fellow Libran, and Let Me Love You Tonight.
Let me love you tonight. Let me tell you how much I adore all your charms. Though you leave me tomorrow, for this night we'll borrow a love song. Let me love you tonight. Let me thrill to the touch of your sheltering arms, till the scent of the roses caresses and closes your eyes. Let me kiss you tonight while the stars in the skies give a heavenly light. Then when love is an ember, my heart will remember your sighs. Live a lifetime of love in a moment, holding me tight. Then forget me, but darling, only let me love you tonight. Let me kiss you tonight while the stars give a heavenly light. Then when love is an ember, my heart will remember your sighs. Live a lifetime of love in a moment, holding me tight. Then forget me, darling, only let me love you tonight.
Isn't she great? Nellie Lutcher. There's a gal born on the 15th of this month, according to my Leonard Feather Encyclopedia of Jazz. Nellie Lutcher sent a wonderful little wire, a little reminder of a happy birthday on the 17th. Let Me Love You Tonight. This is Jack Wagner. We talk to people on the phone and live when they come. We even talk to records. And we have somebody pretty special here, Ken Nordine. And, Ken, I know you have something that you'd like to tell our audience about.
I have a sort of secret.
Yeah?
I have become a bubblegum fancier.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Because my
How do you...
kids
Yeah?
collect these cards, you see.
Oh, your
Pictures
base...
of sports people on it.
Oh, yeah, the baseball and football. Yeah.
But the way it works out,
Yeah.
I wind up chewing all the gum.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I like to
Why do you like to
see go to waste.
Yeah.
And
You just like the way it
so I've been chewing this bubble gum because I like the taste of it.
Looks like it tastes good. Sounds
More than that, I'm getting pretty good at blowing bubbles.
Yeah, could you do it for us?
Wait, you see
Yeah.
this one. Wait till
Yeah.
I get this ready.
Yeah, you have to kind of chew it and get it ready so that it's the right consistency.
Makes me feel very restful,
Yeah, it's
actually.
relaxing.
Chewing gum, it
Ken Nordine
gives
here.
me a sense of
Yeah, Ken.
peace and
Relaxation. Yeah.
relaxation.
Yeah, yeah.
Something to do with your mouth, you know.
Yeah. You gonna blow the bubble
Maybe
or?
it comes from my tongue, but I don't know.
Yeah, a child. It might be the. Yeah, that
It's
might.
just about ready now.
Good, good. All right. Blow a nice bubble for us. Huh?
You should have seen the bubble I blew yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So big I nearly floated away. That's just about ready now.
Good, good. Bubble Gumsville here.
It's quite a trick, you know. It
Yeah.
isn't everyone that can get the science of blowing up these bubbles the way they should be.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
I think
Ready?
it's ready now.
Go ahead. Easy now. Easy.
Well, that was a
Doggone, that's too bad.
pop. It wasn't ready yet.
Looked like it's going to be a good one, too. Yeah.
Just a second now.
Try again. You got to chew it a little bit, maybe. Yeah,
There we go.
good. There you go. Good. Yeah, that's fine, Ken. Yeah, eat. That's fine. That's enough, I think. Hey! Look out! KHJ!
This is KHJ-AM and FM in Los Angeles, one of the RKO General family of stations whose symbol of service assures you of responsible and informative broadcasting in the public interest.
And here are the half-hour headlines from the KHJ News Center. The U.S. Deputy Defense Director says America has plenty of muscle in its nuclear retaliatory force, and that the United States does not intend to lose any kind of war, small or global. President Kennedy meets today at Newport, Rhode Island, with UN Ambassador Stevenson. Trouble has apparently developed inside the communist camp, and experts say plenty is going on behind the scenes at the 22nd Party Congress at Moscow. Officials in Egypt have arrested 43 persons in a move against those President Nasser calls reactionaries. The weather forecast for today and tomorrow calls for sunny weather and windy. Slightly warmer days with a high near 72 degrees.
From midnight till 6 on Radio 93, it's the Jack Wagner Show.
Here's Bud Dan, a bird in the gilded cage. Bud Dant and the Bird in a Gilded Cage. That bubblegum bit a little while ago came from an album called Son of Word Jazz, Ken Nordine. And it was the bubblegum bit from our comedy album list of things here to be programmed on KHJ. This is Jack Wagner with you till 6, featuring for the moment Bud Dant, Mel Torme, and Keely Smith. And here is Keely with Nelson Riddle, the orchestra, and I Wish You Love.
Goodbye. No use leading without cheers. This is where our story ends. Never lovers, ever friends. Goodbye. Let our hearts call it a day. But before you walk away, I sincerely wanna say I wish you bluebirds in the spring to give your heart a song to sing and then a kiss, but more than this, I wish you love. And in July, a lemonade to cool you in some leafy glade. I wish you health and more than wealth. I wish you love. My breaking heart and I agree that you and I could never be. So with my best, my very best, I set you free. I wish you shelter from a storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm, but most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love. I wish you shelter from a storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm, but most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love. I wish you love.
September 27th, old campaigner Richard M. Nixon tosses his battered fedora in the ring again. This time, he says,
I shall be a candidate for governor of the state of California in 1962.
then and now, from where it happens, you hear it happen on KHJ Radio News.
Thank you, Pete Miller. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Ba-ba-bum. Boy, that really comes on, doesn't it? And coming on the phone right now is a young gentleman, I believe. He sounds like a young gentleman. Gail, is that your name? Huh? Hello?
Not coming through.
Yeah, there you are.
Okay?
Yeah. What is it, Gail?
Yeah.
What's your last name, Gail?
Border Landwehr.
Wow. What is that?
Border Landwehr.
Vorderlandwer.
Right.
Wow.
It's,
4-syllable names.
what's the spelling of that?
Vorderland. I'll write it my own way, thank you. What do you do, Gail?
Fundraiser.
A fundraiser. Or you mean a fundraiser?
No, well...
You mean you have a ball or you raise money?
Raise money for different organizations.
Oh, a fundraiser.
Yeah.
I see. Who are you raising money for now?
Well, we do it with different organizations, schools and churches, youth organizations.
Yeah.
We do it with candy. You know, go around selling. It's like Girl Scouts, you know, they go around selling cookies.
I see. Well, can I do you any good right now? I mean, could we plug something that you're trying to raise money for?
Well, not necessarily. It's, I think it has to be a personal call to, you know, but...
Oh, well, all right. I mean, can we urge people to buy something?
No, it's,
All right,
we just sell it to needy organizations, actually.
I
We're
see.
selling service rather than a product, but we do make our money, of course, on the product that the students sell.
And what are you doing up this late or this early or whatever it is? I never know whether it's...
Issue of Playboy and Esquire, you know.
I never know whether it's late or early, you know.
I see that KHJ has a large one-page ad here in Esquire.
Oh, yeah? Robert Q. Lewis, huh?
Yeah, it's quite a caricature of him here.
Yeah, it's Robert Q. Lewis week, you know, here at KHJ.
Yeah, I think about 55, I used to watch him. I think he had a network show out of New York.
Yeah, he used to sit in for Godfrey all the time, you know. And he had his own show for a long time. Yeah, he's quite a character, quite a guy.
I think he's probably the only one I don't listen to on KHJ.
Oh, really? Well, you must catch him. He goes on at 6:15 every morning, except never on Sunday, you know, as it goes.
I think I started. I've just been transferred here from Michigan. I sort of deflected, you know, when the winter weather coming on. But
now, do you raise funds as a business? I mean, do you make money? How do you live? What do you do for a living?
Well, it's raising funds. You see, we have gift items. We have, for instance,
yeah, but how do you make money, though? You know,
often our product.
Oh,
in other words, I offer an organization a product that they can sell to make money.
Yeah, you promote the product and then you get a piece of it.
Yeah, and I show them how to raise funds. In other words, I'm a fundraiser. I sell my service and showing them how to raise funds.
I see. I see. Well, that's good. How old are you, Gail?
25.
25 years old. Did you go to school in Michigan?
Yeah.
What part of Michigan are you from?
Well, I'm from a small town on Lake Michigan. Ludington's the name. The last couple of years I've been in Lansing.
Lansing and Ludington, huh?
Yeah,
well, I'm sure
that... been doing a pretty good job of in the football field there.
I'm sure the reason I ask is I'm sure there's somebody listening somewhere here in the sound of our voices that is from that particular area. Yeah. And it's always kind of a ball when you hear your hometown, you know?
Yeah.
Well, with me, of course, this is my hometown, L.A., so...
Listen, I think this Southern California is just tremendous. I found a home, and I'll probably go back for Christmas.
Yeah.
But,
boy, listen...
When I go back, I probably, you know, if you tell those people back there the tremendous things that are going on in Southern California, they just won't believe you.
Sure, and you know what? And I'm not necessarily tying this up because of our sponsor, but real estate here is fantastic. You know, you can buy something today and tomorrow already it's worth more money.
And well, in fact, I just called this number that I must be in a calling mood tonight. But,
the Richmond 99348. Yeah.
In fact, I was in Antelope Valley over at Lancaster yesterday.
Oh, how was it?
And I think, I'm going to buy in to this thing because
good. Well,
I want a piece of California, like you say. I mean, I think it's going to be a tremendous thing.
Yeah, and that's going to be the next San Fernando Valley, you know, that
Antelope Valley. Sure.
And for $20 down, you get 5 acres. Is that fantastic? Imagine 60 lots, or what is it, 20 to 24 lots, 60 by 150.
Yeah, well,
that's terrific.
Actually, it doesn't. It looks to me like, you know, you can buy just about any place in Southern California. You can make money if you can hold on to it for a little while. But
well, that's great. There's no doubt about it. I know I bought a house in Hollywood that I've talked about, and I'm hanging on to it, and it's getting more valuable all the time.
Yeah, no, it's.
Well, it's.
Well, how long ago was say San Fernando, you know, a fairly desolate place, so to speak?
Well,
I mean, how long did it take it to develop?
Gee, it didn't take very long. I know it happened all at once. You know, it seemed like.
Yeah, well, I'm a newcomer here. I really you know.
Well, 20 years ago, you know, let's see. I guess I was about 16 or 18 or 20, so I'm 36 now. So I guess about 20 years ago it started to go. Now, I may be wrong, but, you know.
Well, I'm living in Santa Monica right now, and my landlady tells me, like, south of Pico, when they came here 15 years ago, it was farmland. So.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
So that's things like that kind of impress you a little bit.
Sure. Well, Antelope Valley is the next place, so that's the place to get in on.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna definitely.
Gail Vorderlander. Isn't that nice? I remembered your name.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you for the call. It's nice talking to you, and call us again soon, won't you?
Say, one thing I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
I was listening to your show I think it was last Saturday when you had Audrey Franklin on there.
Oh, yeah, Audrey P. Franklin.
Yes, and I called in and I just got tickets.
Yeah?
I haven't received them yet.
Well, I'm glad you told me.
You can give her heck.
Listen, will you hang on the phone and don't go away, and I'll get your address again.
All right.
And we'll check on it, and I'll tell Audrey to send you the tickets. I'm glad you told me that. We stand by all of our contests here.
Well, I'd like to take that in at some point.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. Chino Airport, the 28th and 29th of this month. Good. Hang on, Gail Vorderlander, and I'll be right with you.
All righty.
Okay. A quarter before the hour, Jack Wagner with you till 6, featuring now Billy May and Mel Torme.
Oh, Bahia, when twilight is deep in the sky, Bahia, someone that I long to see keeps haunting my reverie, and so the loneliness deep in my heart calls to you, calls to you. Oh, Bahia, when twilight is deep in the sky, Bahia, someone that I long to see keeps haunting my reverie, and so the loneliness deep in my heart calls to you, calls to you. I live in the memory of many dreams ago, when the stars were bright, you were mine alone. For you cannot die, though the oceans run dry, or heavens fall from the sky. Know that you are. When twilight is deep in the sky, Bahia, someone that I long to see keeps haunting my reverie, and so the loneliness deep in my heart calls to you, calls to you.
What a team. Billy May and Mel Torme. And that was Bahia. And we'll get back to more of our fine music here in a second. I just want to remind you briefly that there's a bright future ahead for young men on the aerospace team of the United States Air Force. Ask your Air Force recruiter for full information about a career with the United States Air Force. You tell me we have somebody on the phone, do we? Oh, all right. Let's see who we have. Hello there. Hello? Are you there? Yeah, they're there, but they don't. Yeah, can you hear me all right?
Hello.
Can you hear me? No, he can't hear me. We'll have to work it out later. Let's play another record. We have, Bud Dant, Keely Smith, and Mel Torme features. So here's Bud with Hearts and Flowers. There's a big sound. The sound of Bud Dant, Hearts and Flowers. That's my theme song. How do you like that? Well, I just found out we have had no guests tonight. The door's locked. Is that cute? Huh? So, my charming wife, Mary Alice, had presence of mind. She was trying to get in, so she called me from across the street. She's using the old head. And guess who just came in? Come over here. Over here. That one's not on. Come over here. Yeah, I can turn that on. We'll have to goose the level a little bit. There. Well, so you finally made it.
I'm here.
Don Nelson and Mary Alice and Connie. Sit down over here, Connie, next to the microphone. Mary Alice, you sit next to Connie. Right over there.
Isn't that nice?
And I heard the pounding on the window.
And you didn't come. You weren't there?
Our man is very busy watching the hubcaps back there, so I guess he left the door locked.
Well, it was locked, and we said, well, we tried. But then Mary Alice said...
I'm glad you called, dear.
Let's call.
No, I'm not talking to you, Don. I'm calling her dear most of the time. Mary Alice, get close to the mic so I can hear you. I'm glad you had presence of mind to call.
And a dime.
And a dime, yes. Connie, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Welcome to Neverland.
Well, thank you.
Good to have you. You look charming.
No.
So do you, Mary Alice.
How about
me,
you,
Don?
Thank you.
I have Don's album. You saved me, you know.
How?
Do you know who called tonight? Sarah Berner. Remember her from the Jack Band?
Sarah Berner.
Yeah.
Marvelous voice.
Oh, she's great, and she's going to come by.
Oh, wonderful.
And I wish I could pay her to come by, but we don't have that kind of a deal.
Well, she's in radio union, isn't she, Jack? Don't you have to pay them when they're on
Well, not as a guest when you're, talking and...
Just as long as it's an interview.
Who do you think locked the door?
Who do you think locked the door? Yeah, Claude McHugh locked the door.
Frank Nelson, I think, was it.
Yeah, Frank Nelson, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. Whatever happened to
Speaking
radio?
of Nelson,
here we are.
I have your album up. How about, did you have side one, cut one up? It's You or No One? That's a good one. Don Beckstead, our engineer. It's You or No One will be a try. Just look for it, and we have plenty of time. Don't worry about it. Anyway, we have a sponsor now, Don, you know.
Ah.
Yeah, you
Tell
can
me
buy
who
a
it is.
piece
I'll
of
give you 35
California.
seconds.
No, we'll do it later. We have time for that later. How'd the party go, all right?
Very nicely, yeah.
Dave and June have a happy birthday?
Full swing.
Is it?
Yeah, great.
Yeah? Good. I'm sorry I had to leave, but,
Well,
gotta make a little bread.
I'm hip, baby.
Yeah. All right. Do you have the record? I want you to hear how this fellow sounds. I know it's been a while since you've heard him, and you see, his record is not on our regular, what we call playlist.
It's not on anybody's playlist.
And you'll soon find out why.
Yeah.
But anyway, when he shows up, we can use the excuse to play the records. Here's Don Nelson.
It's you or no one for me. I know it's this each time we kiss. Now and forever, when forever's done, I know that you're the only one. Please don't say no to my pleas, 'cause if you do, then we're all through. There's this about you, my world's an empty world without you. It's you or no one for me. It's you or no one for me. I know it's this each time we kiss. Now and forever, when forever's done, I know that you're the only one. Please don't say no to my pleas, 'cause if you do, then we're all through. There's this about you, my world's an empty world without you. It's you or no one for me, it's you or no one for me.
Don Nelson and Jimmy Rolls and Stan Levy and Leroy Vinegar?
Right.
I should know by this time.
You should know. I think you're one of the heavyweights as far as playing that album is concerned. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, listen, I've lost at least one job playing
That's right. Bless you,
what are you going to do? What year was that? 58 or 57? When did you record that?
I don't know. That was a few years ago, though. That, bless their hearts, that company went out of business.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with that album, however. I keep saying.
Yeah. Well, somebody will, take a... As a matter of fact, you and I have the only stereo copies.
We have.
Tape.
We've got that tape, haven't we?
Yeah, we did a quick dub. You know, if they ever find out, they'll catch us.
Thanks to Bones, you know.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Well, where's the rest of some of the guys? Where's Joe Byrne and the boys? Are they
Locked out.
I don't
locked
know.
out?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to get in, call me from the ranch market, and I'll run down and open the door for you.
Bring coffee.
And bring coffee. This is your Mickey Mouse station for Los Angeles. And it's 5 minutes before the hour, and I'm Wagner with you till 6 o'clock, and Don Nelson is with us, and Connie Harper is with us, and my charming wife, Mary Alice. Is she with us?
Well, Mary Alice.
She's nodding.
As soon as you wake her up, she'll be.
Come on, Mary.
It's already tomorrow for me.
It's
every
all.
day.
I know. You know, it's a terrible thing.
What a life.
Poor
you
Mary
lead,
Alice.
Jack.
You know, she. Doc, you shouldn't talk about it. You don't want me to talk. No, we don't talk about it. No.
Well, you gave her the badge tonight, you know, the
Oh,
Good Martyr badge.
That's right. Good. All right. Well, listen, I have some news coming up, but I want to get another record in here before news time. So, did you find the cut? Good. This is Don, and again with that fine backing of Jimmy Rose and Stan Levy and Leroy Vinegar. If you ever change your mind.
If you ever change your mind, I'll be around where I used to be, lonely heart and all, waiting for your call. If you ever change your mind, since you went away, I find life simply can't mean a thing to me, and I miss you so, but you'll only know if you ever change your mind. A million times I've wondered why we ever said goodbye. A million times I wondered if you felt the same as I. I'm so lonely I could cry, though you left my love behind. I'd wait an endless eternity. Makes no difference who now appeals to you. I'll be gentle, sweet and kind, dear, if you ever change your mind. A million times I've wondered why we ever said goodbye. A million times I've wondered if you felt the same as I. I'm so lonely I could cry, though you left my love behind. I'd wait an endless eternity. Makes no difference who now appeals to you. I'll be gentle, sweet and kind, dear, if you ever change your mind.
If you ever change your mind. Don Nelson, who's with us in the studio here, with a couple of charming young ladies. And we will hear more from them right after the news, so let's find out what's new in the world right now.
This is KHJ, AM and FM, your RKO General stations in Los Angeles.
On the air, on the hour, with the news. Here is the latest news from the KHJ News Center. A Washington official says America's arsenal of nuclear weapons now is counted in the tens of thousands. Deputy Defense Secretary Gilpatrick, speaking in Hot Springs, Virginia, says the U.S. does not intend to be defeated in any kind of war, small or global. Says Gilpatrick, America has a nuclear retaliatory force of such lethal power that an enemy move which brought it into play would be an act of self-destruction on his part. Serious trouble apparently is developed within the communist camp. Experts on Soviet affairs say events at the 22nd Party Congress, now underway in Moscow, point to the difficulties. The experts say growing demands for ouster from the Communist Party of such men as former Premier Molotov and others indicate possible trial and even purge within the higher ranks.
At yesterday's session of the Congress, First Deputy Premier Mikoyan charged that former Premier Molotov tried to seize power in Russia in 1957. Mikoyan also attacked Albania in such strong words that observers were inclined to feel it amounted to expulsion of the country from the communist camp. The French government is expected to decide tomorrow whether to use its right of requisition to block a threatened strike of 300,000 railroad workers scheduled for Thursday. French railroad workers are government employees and subject to requisition, which has the same legal weight as army conscription. The nation's 4 big rail unions yesterday challenged the government to a showdown on the issue by calling a 24-hour strike. Egyptian officials have locked up 43 persons and confiscated the property of 167 individuals in a move against those President Nasser calls reactionaries. Cairo feels the Syrian revolt was caused by reactionary capitalists. Nasser says the property seizure was justified because the people involved had enslaved the people for their own benefit. He also claims the move was necessary to maintain his government. Police in the capital city of the Dominican Republic are maintaining a close security watch in the wake of anti-government rioting yesterday. Authorities admitted that 1 youth was killed in the outbreak, but opposition sources claim the known death toll was 5. A U.S. satellite intended to warn of enemy missile firings is orbiting the Earth, spreading a band of tiny copper wires in space. The operation, known as Project West Ford, is intended to form a belt 5 to 25 miles wide, some 2,100 miles above the Earth. Some scientists had opposed the firing from Port Argello, California, because they said the wires might possibly endanger satellites and make space study more difficult. President Kennedy will review Navy and Marine Corps maneuvers in San Diego on November 18th, but Navy and Democratic officials in Southern California City say they had no knowledge of Kennedy's intended visit until it was announced yesterday by Assistant White House Press Secretary Andrew Hatcher. And Los Angeles Mayor Samuel Yorty underwent a 4.5-hour operation on his left eye in Boston yesterday, and an aide quoted doctors as calling it a complete success. Yorty entered the hospital Thursday after examination showed him suffering from a detached retina. I'll have the weather for you right after Suspects Wanted.